Join Roberta and Greg at two of New Mexico's fascinating and historic national monuments. Discover an ancestral community at Aztec National Monument and the Piedras Marcadas Canyon Petroglyph Viewing Trail at Petroglyph National Monument in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Right now, on. At Aztec Ruins National Monument here in Aztec, New Mexico. Yeah, never been here before. This is one of the few national parks and monuments on this 24-day road trip that we have not been to. And so far, it's like, oh, pretty impressive. All right, let's go find out about it, shall we? So this is the Aztec ruins. I figure it's about 1150 AD, and Aztec is a kind of a word used for, you know, kind of all the peoples, but the actual tribe or people here were Pueblo, and looks like they migrated up from Chaco, and which is south of here, and they started about 850 AD to 1250 AD. So these are pretty cool digs here. So we'll be walking through this. I think it's about a mile or so walk, and they're all over the place. No wonder it's a national monument, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so they have a nice audio tour here, and it says the building in front of us, which would be that according to the sign, but this is kind of like a designed community by the Pueblos, and there's a ceremonial house, and I would rather doubt that. That looks like a structure of living, so I'm assuming this is the ceremonial house. It is now. So let's go take a peek at it, shall we? Oh, it's a one-way.
Okay.
All right. Ooh, this is going to be dark. Stay off ladders. Please be quiet and respectful. Okay.
There you go.
You
can see it.
Yeah. Ooh, nice walls. Well, this is going. Yeah, this is definitely ceremonial here. Wow. This is incredible.
Wow.
Now, I would think that certainly the roof is not original. But this is quite impressive. Wow.
What?
This is the first ruins here that is... Obviously, there's a lot of things in here that are, you know, were added to it and so forth, but yeah, to help maintain the structure and so forth. Wow. Okay, I'm impressed. I didn't know they had lights in the 1150. Part of it, of this pillar, because there was 4 pillars in here, and this is maybe original here. You can see that the plaster above it there, and so that could very well be the wood embedded in there.
What about the wood?
Embedded in there, maybe the original.
Wow, look at how that
Yeah, and I don't know, probably gonna have too much reflection here, but in there is the original base of the. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna see that, kind of. Anyway, that's the base of the kiva. So all the rest of this is probably not original. I would rather doubt it. But yeah, it's more of the kiva. Great kivas are more for religious purposes and some ceremonial and planning and all that kind of stuff as well. There was a fire pit in here, such as this, and the way they have it, it seems like it would be seating around the edges. Nice. And they would have obviously a hole up at the top too, that for the smoke to come out. Very nice. Kind of a bit of a correction there. When I started the video, the Aztec ruin, I started talking about the ceremonial house from the outside. Well, I knew how to do the audio program properly. Then I would have found out that this is not the ceremonial house, but this is the Great Kiva. And what I was recording to begin with was the plaza. So kind of the gathering place for all the people. And yeah, this is, like I say, very impressive. Oh, I see. Those are the, so that's the Great Kiva from above. And then you have these little rooms that are headbangers if you decide to go in there. And
This is a staging area for what I don't know.
yeah,
And I don't know if this is original wood or
yeah.
how this is made.
Well, we'll find out. So when we find out is at the end of the tour, as it says in some of the audio portion of it. But I'm just assuming there's a portion of it that I just taped that is the real McCoy.
But this definitely outside here are the 1100s. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, this is the.
Wow.
Yeah, you see a big old rodent over there.
I see that.
The plaza where people would gather and socialize just came out of the Great Kiva there. And so, yeah, pretty impressive. More than I expected as far as the ruins are concerned. I think some of the best ones. Tusi Goot's really good as well. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Tusi Goot, except the Tusi Goot's on the hills. And then this little feller's here. Hi, how you doing? Fun. And I think we've seen a ground squirrel up here somewhere too. This is also a kiva, and a lot smaller than the Great Kiva. Used for many different reasons too. This, of course, had a roof originally, and people would enter from the roof itself, using a ladder system, of course. So again, we're in the courtyard here with the structures. Yeah, truly amazing. Well, it just keeps on going. Nice. All right, so this is Aztec West, one of the structures. And what the deal is here is that just like we do, there's remodeling of homes or adding on. So this structure they were about ready to enter here was kind of a remodel, type thing, or they added on. And let's see if we can get through there without bumping ahead, shall we? Okay, I'm going to do it, but I'm... Okay, so, yeah, it's kind of uncomfortable. We're big people. And, height-wise, it is. Yeah, so you can see where they're probably maybe a fireplace. Now, what the audio said is that 90% of this is original. And, sort of the Park Service has had to fill in some stones and mortar and so forth. But that's pretty impressive, where it's 90% original. You gotta ask about that Great Kiva again. On the maybe the outside was original, but the inside was redone. So you can continue on. Again, there just keeps on going. And on the remodeling or adding on, just like we do to our homes. Impressive. I like it. And you can see the doorways. You wonder how tall these people were. Obviously they had to stoop getting through these as well. But not as much. And here it looks like a rain capturing system, watering and so forth. And it didn't say in our little audio, but I don't know if you're going to be able to see this or not, but it goes down there and then it comes back out on the outside. Right there. So I'm assuming that's how they would, in an arid place like this, capture their rain, precious water. But it also said that, there would be men that would come out and scout out the areas, to see if living areas would be good as far as water is concerned. So there is a river outside of here. Of course, food availability, whether the things that they grow or deer and such. So that's happened over pretty much all of mankind. That in the Bible they went to the Promised Land, and they went in there and saw these bunches of grapes that had to be carried by two men with a big rod in between, and the great grapes hanging from them. And there's also lizards. I don't think I'm going to capture him. Somewhere there. There he is. Hi, lizard guy. How you doing? You enjoy your digs? Sure you do. All right. Some wildlife here too. Lizards, bunny rabbits, ground squirrels. Oh boy. In this plaza, there's that one kiva, two kivas, the Grand Kiva, where there would be a gathering place down here where they would dance and do all sorts of things. So some of the in the upper or the lower area, they found in excavating, they found broken pottery and so forth, and it dated back to the 1100s and the 1200s. In the upper plasma, they were a little plasma. Wow. On the upper plaza here, they discovered pottery that was newer, and so some of it was from different culture, like the Chaco culture, and some like from Mesa Verde. So it seems like there was a gathering of different cultures, and they would share their ideas and get ideas from each other. I said more kivas here. These are a ventilation. So when they had the fires, it would bring the air in. The smoke would come out the top. They would use a flat roof. Some kivas would have a domed roof, like the one that was behind me there. And I see another kiva here. And there's the one that would have had a domed roof on it over there. Yeah, their culture was a lot about gathering, sounds like, and family. And 90% of this is original structure, which is pretty good. I've seen areas where none of it's original, right? And that's more recent, like Fort Clatts up in Astoria, Oregon there. It's all rebuilt. Of course, it was all wood, too. Very nice.
That's a lot of gathering of rocks.
Inside one of the units here. I think this is a home. I should have probably hit the record button on the audio tour first. But could this be the original wood?
Oh yeah, it's embedded in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, you can say it's definitely embedded in there.
Awesome.
Yeah. Very cool. What do you think so far?
But
Sure. The room I was just in was the, you notice as you walk in, there's a T-shaped door, where it looks like the original wood and so forth. This was built after the original peoples came in, but it is a housing, and so all along this is would be rooms to where people would be housed at. I can imagine during the summer days and so forth that they would be out and about doing their thing rather than be inside. And so our trees here today. I don't know how, like obviously those trees aren't that old, but that had trees similar, I'm sure, around here for shade. And for climbing for the kids. You know, back in the day, kids were kids, right? Except they didn't have Game Boys and such. Is Game Boy still a thing? I doubt it. It's pretty cool looking there, isn't it? Okay, another bunch of low entry doors here. As we come into it, some of these structures were added later. And it was also saying that back in the 1800s that some of these the walls were broken down or the doors were somehow. That's all the ones hunting in the 1880s for valuables and so forth.
These are the holes where the sticks like this one here
Oh yeah.
would come all the way across, and that would make the roof of this room.
Yeah. So yeah, all these, we always see them this way without roofs, but there certainly was, and that's how they would build them. That little peekaboo windows here. Like you say, it goes into a storage area here. It would be designed for storage, and also little windows as well. This wasn't always just dark. Okay, so let me see if I can do this gracefully or somewhat gracefully. Yeah, I don't know if that was gracefully or not. But, you know, at 6'1". Oh, this one's a little taller.
I know.
This one's going to be a little bit easier.
This one was taller.
Yeah.
It was bigger, I think. But,
Yeah. So I see Bert going through it there. Yeah. In her day, she was 5'9". I think she's now 5'2". Oh, she's fantastic. Very nice. You get more of this wood. Original wood, I'm assuming. Okay, I am going to I'm going to walk through here, but without the audio, because there could be some bats in here. They would be sleeping, and so give them peace. Okay, again, I'm going to turn the audio on here. Apparently, you can put the audio on here, but you're not supposed to talk. I don't see no bats, though. All right, no bats today. Doorway back there is actually, this is original. That's a mat of willows. They would use animal skins to cover their doorways and windows and so forth, but us, we're behind glass because that is original. And again, that's made out of willows. How awesome is that? So we're in this little house, you want to call it that. And these are original. So the big beams were made out of either ponderosa pine or Douglas fir or spruce. And then go into the other one, and the smaller ones would be made out of alder or some other wood. And a lot of times what they would do is they'd actually kind of import them in, or go, that must have been one kind of drag, huh? Because the wood in this area might not have been as good, as sturdy, or last as long. So they would actually get them from afar. Pretty cool. You can see the doorways between the two. Now again, some of these areas were used for storage, and we may be in the storage areas here. Doesn't have any audio in this room here. Couldn't get it in the previous room. It almost looks like an open courtyard there, but probably not. It's probably had a roof and so forth. Again, the roofs themselves are original. No, I mean, again, 90% of this is. So not just it's interesting that the wood would still survive the weather and so forth.
It's out of the weather and it's cool down here, so
Yeah.
might have something to do with it. Sun damages so much.
All right. Well, this is cool. I think we're near the end of the tour, I do believe. Yeah. You watch your noggin. Oh, yeah. That's a real headbanger there, isn't it? I'm not talking about the music. Oh, no. Continues on. Shall we? Go this way. I don't know if we're getting a lesson here. Could be.
Park rangers.
Yeah, park rangers, and maybe they're being taught about the vegetation or how to take care of it or restore things. Who knows?
Big prairie dog holes all the way around here. Look at that. As far as you can see. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you know I heard or not, but that Bert was just pointing out that these were probably prairie dog holes or something.
All the way through there.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they're way out there.
They're way out there.
I can see them from here.
We saw something. What, prairie dogs?
Yep.
We're here during the summer solstice. The sun would rise along the building here. So coming from that direction, from the east, you would see the sun rise. It was built that way on purpose. And the same thing with the winter solstice too. You would see the sunset along these buildings here. Neat. Okay, we continue on. This is a tri-wall structure, so you can see the inner wall, and then the wall next to it, and then up on the higher level, the third wall. So there's still a kiva in there too. So could have been many different events going on, including the ceremonial events. Very unusual, actually, to have a tri-wall structure among the Pueblo people. Nice grounds as well. And you can see the backside of the structures. It's quite impressive because it just keeps on going. Do a little. See that? So cool. And then we're getting to the end of the tour here at Aztec Ruins and National Monument. So we get to come up to the top here. Talks about by the 1300, that was it for this community. Whether it was for jobs, in other words, it couldn't be sustained here anymore. Culturally, socially. So you can see the kivas up here. They said they continued on until going south, east, and west. And that's my phone going off. I hate it. Yeah. Technology, eh? Some of it's great, like what I'm doing now. But at other times, not so great. Maybe I'll edit that, maybe I won't. See the view here. Beautiful. Yeah, just a overview or overlook of what we just toured. So that's the Great Kiva. You'll see some of the structures beyond, which would be homes, actually housing minor, lesser kivas. Go along the. Again, some of these had would be home fronts, so they would look out onto the plaza. I'm sure they did trading amongst each other. Certainly sharing. Yeah, this is very impressive. You know, again, I wasn't expecting this, and does not come with the umbrella originally. And again, some of the kivas here. Very nice. Know how many of y'all looking at this grew up with a A&W in your hometown, but this is certainly old school look A&W. Now A&Ws are usually connected to a Taco Bell or something, or a gas station. But yeah, brings back memories. Got the Papa Burger, the Mama Burger, the Teen Burger, the Baby Burger, and then root beers that match the same sizes. So if baby root beer was, boy, not too much bigger than the size of a shot glass. How fun! Well, it does bring back some memories, though. A&W root beer. Cool. And by the way, this is in Aztec, New Mexico. Gotta remember where we were. We're at Petroglyph National Monument here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And this is the Piedras Arcadas Canyon, where they have the most prolific amount of petroglyphs within a pretty easy walk. And you basically park right in a strip mall and
I know.
you know, a bunch of homes, and
It's crazy.
yeah. So we'll get our bearings here and see what we can see. Right?
Okay.
See, it's a pretty sandy trail.
That it is.
The volunteer said it was kind of like a beach type of sand.
It's a desert sand.
Yeah. Okay, so here you can start seeing the petroglyphs here. And supposed to be about 45 of them here, right in this spot?
On this little trail.
On this little trail.
We should see.
Okay. You can see the,
Not just rock.
yeah. So these are anywhere from 400 to 700 years old. And you can see a few of them up there. So obviously like a bird there. It's hard to say what some of those are supposed to be. But yeah, this is again the Piedras Marcadas Trail. 400 to 700 years old. You got a little lower one here. And you got some to the left here. Right there. And the rocks that these petroglyphs are on come from 200,000 years ago, it says. A series of volcanic eruptions created the slope of eroded volcanic boulders. So that's what we're seeing as we walk along this trail here. And, they're just scattered all about through these volcanic boulders. So there's another set here. Some are a little more faded. There's one on that rock right there. Hardly see it at our angle. Yeah, they have it in this particular walk trail. Gradual incline right now. We're at stop number 2. And they even tell you how far you've walked. We've walked a quarter of a mile. No, a little bit more than that. 4/10 of a mile. See a few more. So that's pretty cool. And a little more petroglyphs on the way to the 3rd stop. So yeah, I think that maybe in this area, the whole total walk, if you did the whole walk, you get about 400 petroglyphs, I think you said. And maybe, I think there's over 20,000 of them in the area. And if you look at the rock twice, then you think you're seeing new ones.
I know.
Huh?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah. Gotta.
Going up there.
Yeah, so again, you can see the trail. It's about 82 degrees out, but it doesn't feel that warm. Just for the fact that it's cloudy. So you don't have any direct sunlight, but always take water with you. And, some more right here. Yeah, so it's not necessarily marked everywhere, but yeah, you can see some petroglyphs right here as you walk by. So you always got to be kind of scanning up, and there's some up here. You know, some in the past of there's some crosses up there. There are some Spanish ones also. It's not just Pueblo people, but the Spanish have combined some of their carvings as well. So is that cross up there? Puebloan or Spanish? I don't know. I'll get a little closer look here for you. Okay, that's what I was talking about. See them crosses up there? A couple of them there. And in some cases, it's just doesn't necessarily represent Jesus' death, his crucifixion on the cross to save the world from their sins. Just maybe the way they carved it in there. But it's all in the... Some of it's left up to you. Imagine what they were thinking. Some of them are pretty obvious, like that right there. Some sort of bird. So yeah, when you go on these trails, you gotta make sure that you look up and see. I see one over there that I missed before. See how my aim is on the zoom. So you also have to look back as you go up the trail. And you don't always have to look up. You can just look at eye level just about. I missed this one. So I backtracked a little bit. Very nice. And of course, yet more. So that's where you have to look behind you too. Or you're going to miss some of them. And guarantee you're not going to see them all.
No.
You're going to miss some. Well, and this interesting thing about it too is you're just in a neighborhood. When we walked in, just walked right in behind a house.
Could smell the coffee.
Yeah, that you could have. So, and of course, Albuquerque beyond. Yep.
There's a centipede.
Centipede, huh? Well, let's go take a peek, see, huh? Centipede, huh?
I don't know if it's a millipede or a centipede, but it could be.
Yeah.
One of them.
Yuck. And, it's hard to say, besides the handprint there. What's the interpretation of what the meanings are? I guess we'll never know, huh? There's a hill you can walk up right at the parking lot. And Bert and I did that the last time we were here, which is many moons now. Probably, I don't know, 20, maybe longer. And that's actually not too bad either, as far as the hike up of it. But there, which we're not going to be able to see, you can see the volcanic mound, so to speak, out in the distance. We're just about ready to head back. We're a little hangry. Get some, I don't know where we're going to go tonight. Maybe the country line?
Barbecue.
Barbecue.
Real
I think it's
good.
going to be barbecue no matter what, even if we go to like Ruby Tuesdays or something like that.
Well, they have good ribs.
They do. Ruby Tuesdays has good ribs. Used to have them back home, but they closed up all the Ruby Tuesdays in our area. So anytime we're traveling, we try to make it if the Ruby Tuesdays are in the area, to go to one of those. One of our favorites, at least one of my favorites anyways.
We always when they eat. We always when they eat the food of the land. Well, we do.
Well, yeah.
If it's in Mexico, we eat Mexican. If it's in
Yeah.
Italy, Italian, no matter where we go. We've eaten frog legs in Louisiana.
We have. Tastes like chicken. With a little swampiness to it, I guess. Yeah, they're all scattered throughout these rocks here. And wherever you see these signs, so you could pass them up, but you find one of these on the trail, yeah, just look upward, and you see that's how far we've walked so far. Well, here on this hillside, they're scattered all about. So kind of scan the volcanic rocks here and just imagine seeing them with your eyeballs here.
Wow, it's all over
Yeah.
the place.
Yeah, look like here, looks like
Easy good.
kind of like the tablets from the Ten Commandments there a little bit, huh? Yeah. All right. Yeah, okay, we're just doubling back. And I'm not sure when you do the short, it continues on if you want to. But I would imagine most people probably finish at the marker number 5 there and then head their way back.
Well, we've seen probably 60, so
Yeah.
yeah, it's good.
So it's probably 1.2 miles, 1.3 miles as far as the round trip walk. So not too shabby at all. And you've seen some centipedes. And
Gnarly.
2 of them. Right here, so you're looking at them right now. So, I don't know. So you can see the mountains of Albuquerque in the background there. And the residential district.
Yeah, that's so crazy they have it right here. I hope
Yeah.
they don't build any farther this way, up to this. Well, up to this path.
Well,
Money talks.
well, you'd have to talk the government out of it at that point.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we'll do Old Town Albuquerque tomorrow. So we did the Aztec ruins, as you just saw, National Monument, and now Petroglyph National Monument here in Albuquerque. We'll do Old Town tomorrow. Tonight goes to a few national monuments. They're like 3 separate spots. I forget what they're called.
Yeah.
We've done it before. I don't know if we'll do that or not, but and.
Aren't you going to ask me a question about age relation, about me being here and drawing on the cliffs in those days? Since I'm his elder.
I missed the opportunity. Yeah, so was yours the bird that you drew?
Yes.
Yeah, there's,
I thought
that's
you
too much
didn't
on the
know,
imagination. Yeah, you probably did more of a circle, and the circle was not a circular shape. I
but
don't know.
circle of trust.
Oh, yeah,
Oh man, Jack talk Thai.
yeah, he does. Okay, well,
Shall we?
I'll see you at Old Town. Or you might see us at dinner. I don't know.
Maybe. It's
Yeah.
really, really good.
Part you can do here at Piedras Mercados Canyon Trail is hike up the trail, or up the little hill here. And then there's where you'd be able to see the volcanic mounds. You know, you can see a little bit of them way out there in the distance. Yeah. See those out there? Yeah. So those are many, many, many of those out there.
This was a parking lot when we were here. Well, we're here at the country line. We're going to pig out, and this is in Albuquerque, New Mexico. It's really a quaint place. It's got neat stuff all over the walls and just you name it. But the thing that's really, really nice about this is it's just got some good chow. It's really yummy. And you get a lot of food. And let's see what Greg's got. Ooh, that is a lot of food.
You got the same thing, didn't you?
Yeah, he copied me. But he knows how.
Or the county line?
Oh, county line.
Yeah.
What'd I say?
Country line.
Oh, county line. I guess so.
Now I'm kind of confused.
Oh, thanks a lot. You better read something somewhere real quick.
Yeah.
Anywho, this is a really neat place. A big place too. So, and there's a few that around too. We had that in
Austin.
Austin, when we were watching the bats fly out of the underneath the bridge, and we went down to the county line and had to get. That's the first time. I know, it was really awesome. But anyway, time to eat. Bye.
Next up, join Roberta and Greg in the oh-so-fascinating historic Old Town, Albuquerque, New Mexico, on the next Out and About with GNB Unedited.